You ever notice how certain books don't just entertain you, they actually shift something in you? Like you pick a book up and you are stressed out, overstimulated, just done with your day for that day, just mentally exhausted. And somewhere between the pages, your breathing slows down a little bit, your shoulders unclench, the world just gets a little bit quieter. Lately, I've been realizing that I don't just read for the plot anymore. I read for the atmosphere, I read for the escape, for the comfort, for the emotional reset. Sometimes a story can completely change the mood of your entire week. Hey, Book New Crew, welcome back to Honey and Prose. Today we are talking about books that change my mood, books that soften something in me, slowed my mind down, or transported me somewhere else entirely. And the queen of transporting me somewhere else entirely is Jaquel J. Now, I am going to admit, I have gone over these books. Like I have seen the cover of these books over and over and over again. And I looked at them and went like, that is just not my lane right there. I do not want to read those at all. But I have a sister who's also into reading, and she told me you have got to read the whole Delgado series. So we started with Capone. Now, luckily, I went to the Chocolate City Lit Fest and I was able to look. It was a scramble, but I was able to get one book from her. And I think this was something that somebody didn't pick up. One book from her, and that was Capone. I said, that is going to be my little trophy book because it all started with Capone. The whole Delgado series will put you in what people call being like delusional. Let's say it that way. It will completely make you delusional. You believe these characters exist. You want to know what these characters are doing right now. They feel real. And the way that the women in this book are loved, unbeatable, unbeatable. So Capone. Okay, so let me just show off my little bookmarks that I got also, because her husband was there passing out the bookmark. So we got the Capone bookmark. We got the Capadonna. Love me some Capadonna in all his jobs. We got Quasim. I think Quasim is the one I am most delusional about. We got the 10,000 Hours with a Rich Menace. Oh, I didn't show you the back. They have Stevie on the back of that one. On the back of Quasim is Quasim. On the back of Capadonna, boom, the man in all his jobs. And then on the back of Capone is that one. And then I had two more. We had Big Mama herself, Capri. And then this is Capri. And then Heart of a Goon. And I am going to be reading, and it has, what is her name? It escapes me. It escapes me, but y'all know it's just escaping me right now because menopause brain. But I am not reading Heart of a Goon right now because I heard that the cliffhanger on that one is going to make me want to twist my head off. So I want to wait until Heart of a Goon 2 comes out before I even dip into the first one. Now, my sister was lucky enough. She got Heart of a Goon. I grabbed Capone. So we have one of each. I want this whole indie book series. I don't know if I am going to get that, but I will tell you. Let me look at my phone. Capone is going to be published in June, I think it is. Maybe August. Hold on. because your girl has already pre-ordered. So let me not give you, let me show you. August the 11th, Capone is going to be available in print. But this is what the cover looks like. So that is going to be Capone. So instead of this, it'll be this. Now, I do want the indie covers. So the next time that Jacquel J is somewhere close to me and I can get to her, yeah, we need to order at least one from Capone. We got that one. We need one from Capadonna, one from Capri. I can't wait until Corleone comes out. Croissant, all of them. I just want all of them. Now, she has a new book out, and this is the book for my book club this month, and that is Rich and Rotten. Rich and Rotten, completely different vibe from that Delgado series, but in Jacquel J fashion, my girl left us with a cliffhanger, so there is going to be a book 2. Now, because it's my book club, you see I just have pages in the back of it. These are like my notes for the book club meeting. Our book club meeting is at the end, the last Sunday of this month, which we are in May right now. So it is the last Sunday in May from 2 to 3. If you want to join us, the information for the book club will be in my description. The next book was last month's book club book, and that is Soul Ties by Miss Candace. This book has been on my shelf for a while. I kept looking at it. I kept saying, she's a bit of a thickums. So I kept going past it. I decided, and listen, that font, kind of on the small side. So I did not want to read this, but I decided to go ahead and make this the book club book for April. And once I got into this book, I could not put this book down. I love the idea of soulmates. Soulmates in every lifetime type of soulmates. And that's what this book is about. It's called Soul Ties. So these two people are tied to each other in every single lifetime. And it does not matter how messy it is, they will find each other again. And this one was a little bit messy because he was already married. She had just broken up with her boyfriend who was cheating on her. But the two of these people could not stay away from each other. This book is so good. And it is one of those things, just like with the Capone series, once you sit down and you get into reading it, everything around you just disappears. It just disappears. And your world is theirs. Absolutely love this book. Now, the next one I am going to show you is actually a little bit of a part of a series. I have not read the first book, and I am waiting for the most recent book. And this is from Miss Kennedy Ryan. This one is The Close-Up. So this book is, and some of you may not have read it yet, so I don't want to give like too much away, but this one is about making choices. Am I making a choice to spare the feelings and the mental health of a family member, or am I making a choice that makes my soul happy, for lack of a better way to say it? That is what this is basically about. I am going to sort of read the back of it, and then we'll move on. This book, so good. And this book is 244 no, it's not even that. 238 pages of the story. So, quick read. It says, I met Nazareth Armstrong when I was 18 years old. From the beginning, my brother warned me to stay away from him, told Naz to stay away from me. Our hearts didn't listen. I shared one magical night under the stars with my brother's rival, thinking it was the start of a once-in-a-lifetime something. but one awful moment ended it all. Years later, when we meet again, we've both pursued our dreams, lived a little, found success, but never found love. What began as a tiny flame when we were young and now threatens to consume us. I'm more drawn to Nas than ever, but his complicated history with my brother makes whatever this could be nearly impossible. But Nas accepts the impossible as a dare. Through his clever maneuvering and dogged determination, I find myself on a yacht with him and his friends through the Mediterranean. It's a whirlwind set ablaze, away from reality, surrendering to the tender heat of his touch. I forget everything could I forget that everything could burn. All I can say, Kennedy Ryan did it again. This was one of those books. Every time I got a chance, I was reading part of it because I was part of their world. I was on that yacht in the Mediterranean with them. The last book that I want to talk about is one that I think I read. I read it last year. And this is my first S.A. Cosby book that I read, and that is King of Ashes. Now, King of Ashes is about a family that owns a funeral home. The oldest brother left to do his own thing in the finance world, but something happened to his father and he had to come back. So when he came back, he kind of figured out that his brother was responsible for what happened. Not responsible, but because of his brother, the what happened to his father happened to his father. So now he had to like face these people that were after his brother, after his family, making a deal with them, all of the things. This book, when I tell you, this was my first time reading like it's not I wouldn't call it drama. I mean, but it is, but it's a drama on a whole new level. But the things that happen in this book, I generally try to stay away from. I don't know if this book is considered a thriller. I don't know what this book is considered. All I know is that my favorite person, Roman Carruthers, he kept it moving. He kept it pushing. He kept his family together. That brother, yeah, what's that brother's name again? Dante. His brother Dante is the true definition of the phrase "get your shit together." He is a grown ass man who has not gotten his shit together. And and Roman is once again saving him. And that sister Nevaeh, she all along the way, while Roman was off doing his own thing, Dante was off in his like substance abuse situation. She kept the business going. She kept track of her father, like his health, everything what fell on her shoulders, which I can identify with. But Roman came home and he did his business. His and her relationship a little rocky because she was a little salty because he wasn't there for all of the hard parts. But anyway, when I say transported me into wherever they were, where were they? Where did he go home to? Jefferson Run, Virginia. Transported me right to that funeral home in Jefferson Run, Virginia. So these are the books. Let's see. So these are the books that have sort of transported me into like a whole nother dimension of Deluluville, especially the Jacquel J books. If you have not read them, I promise you, I completely recommend these. You need to get into them entirely. You need to get into them. And those are some of the books that have genuinely changed my mood. Not because they were the fastest reads or the most hyped books online, but because of the atmosphere they created while I was reading them. And these are the kind of books that make you slow down for a little bit, the kind that stay with you after you close them. Stay with you after you close them. Yeah, I wonder what Capone is doing today. I wonder what Capadonna and Elia are doing today with all the kids. I really wonder what's going on with them today. But honestly, I think that's the kind of reading life I am leaning into more these days. Less pressure to constantly consume, but more intention, more immersion, more stories that actually make me feel something. So now I want to hear from you, Book Nook crew. What's a book that completely shifted your mood or transported you somewhere else emotionally? Let me know down in the comments because you already know I'm always looking for a new book to read. And if you enjoyed spending this little cozy corner of the internet with me today, make sure you like, subscribe, and share the channel with another reader who loves atmosphere-filled stories and intentional reading. If you want even more cozy bookish content, reading conversations, and curated recommendations, don't forget to check out the Honey Prose bookshop and join the community. All right, Book Nook crew, go make some tea, pick up something good, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.